Once upon a time, there was a small country up in the far north of Europe, called Denmark. Next to its rich history and fascinating landscapes, Denmark was also the home to some of the most talented CSGO players in the world, but has never hosted a big tournament until now.
Just hit. What a tapsin! What is that? He just nailed them. Let's go!
Turn around 3 times. Start shooting.
Exclusive black equalizer brightens dark scenes without overexposing bright areas. Use the S switch to quickly access the setting and switch between save modes. Personalize the way you see everything. And then conquer. Exclusive black equalizer brightens dark scenes without overexposing bright areas. Use the S-switch to quickly access the setting and switch between save modes. Adjust the angle effortlessly for maximum comfort.
everybody, and welcome to the ESL India Premiership. I'm your host Angela, and this event is brought to you by Omen by HP, Zawi by BenQ, HyperX, and organized by Nodbin Gaming. Today is the final day of the fall season before we end up in our LAN finale that happens next month in October on the 14th and 15th. So if you're on Hyderabad for the Comic Con, you can definitely come meet us over there and check out all the fun that happens in the ESL India Premiership. But today being the final day, we're going to have two teams, actually three teams, playing this final day. It's going to be only Counter-Strike that's happening, and we're going to have the winners of the first game play against the person in the second game. So this is going to be very interesting to watch. For the first game of today, we are going to have JMD Gaming going up against Zegg Esports. Now JMD Gaming is based in Kolkata, and these boys have had a very mixed campaign in the ESL India Premiership. They were part of the Master League for quite a while, but after a deteriorating performance, they landed up in the Challenger League. They could sustain themselves for some time over there, but by September they landed up on the lower end of the leaderboard, and right now they sit at the bottom with just one win in the bag for themselves. So this game is going to be very crucial for them, because if they don't win this game, they could lose their slot in the Challenger League and they'll have to restart their campaign in the ESL India Premiership. Today they go up against Zegg Esports, who are from Sri Lanka. Now they have played a lot of local tournaments over there, and they did even participate in the ASUS ROG Master South Asian finale that happens, and they came in third over there, already defeating JMD Gaming in that tournament and also taking down the powerhouse of Brutality. So they do sit third right now according to that, but that doesn't mean that this is an easy game for them. They did enter the Starter Cup and they have gone all the way till the top. They sit right now at the second slot after losing only one game to WAC Band, which is also an Indian team. So today this game is going to be very important for them, because if they do win this game, they're going to be promoted to the Challenge League if they beat Yati Gaming, who's waiting for them after this game. If they don't, they will have to restart their ESL India campaign. This game is going to be very crucial for both the teams, so I'm really excited to see how it's going to pan out, and our casters are waiting for us from So Strong. So let's quickly head into the game, and I will see you right after that.
kept rolling snake eyes. One too many. One too many times.
ground shake.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome one and all. The relegation games here, as we are about to go live in Zegg Esports and GMD Gaming. It's going to be the first relegation game, for from challenger, from starter to challenger, and it's going to be Zegg Esports, a team which we saw very recently earlier in the ESL. Okay, I don't think it's live yet, so I think we're going to be having a restore coming in. Yeah, so they're a team we saw pretty recently in the ROG LAN finals for South Asia, where they represented Sri Lanka. Then we had a team from Bangladesh as well, and of course, in the end, it was Entity winning it very, very convincingly, to be honest. And Zegg Esports, ever since then, they've had some moments. They've looked pretty pretty solid. Couple of players, especially one player who I really was surprised about was Roach. He was really stepping it up there. Not exactly hard carrying, but he was the one player with which all of us were kind of like looking at and going like, all right, this guy does have something to show. They're going to be facing off against GMD Gaming, and it's going to be an interesting matchup, to be honest. I think they did face off against each other on LAN as well, so there's a little bit of history behind these two teams. Winner of this matchup is going to be facing off against Iyati. That's coming up next as well. For now, though, it's going to be Zegg winning the knife round, opting to start on the CD side. We've got Hiccup, Roach, Defiance, Benji, and Hellscream. Hey, Hellscream. There's another Hellscream in one of the Indian teams. I forget which one. And it's going to be Proud with a Desert Eagle, spotting out Roach, doing a bit of damage, trying to do his best emulation of Nico with Deeg at mid. Proud. Roach tickling him back as well. Bear in mind, he's got no armor. There's going to be the action taking place over at B. It's going to be Hellscream opening things up. He's getting hunted down, though, but staying alive. He's doing good work here. And Benji's still alive as well. How is he still alive? I have no idea. Finally, he should fall, but no! Someone replies back, but all of a sudden, Hellfighter is just stepping it up, finds 2 quick kills. Now it's all on Hiccup. It's a 1v3, and Rio Meister is going to peek around the boxes. He rips his head clean off his shoulders. That is going to be the round with the way of GMD Gaming. Very back and forth for a moment there. It looked like Zegg would be able to hold on to B bomb side, but I'm a little surprised Zegg were allowed to stay. GMD seemed very trepidant to go into the bomb side and take the fights. Gave Zegg a lot of time to work with, but in the end, Hellfighter picking up a huge double kill, destroying whatever Defense was being set up by Zegg. And it's going to be an eco. Full eco from Zegg. Just a few upgraded pistols coming out. A couple of P250s, a couple of CZs. Roach going with the CZ and armor buy. And they're going to be pushing up mid. Proud, holding the line with a deagle. He finds one, looking for more, but he will get taken down. But that's information gleaned for his team. Hellfighter holding towards B mains. As Dreamwatch is going to get a kill as well. And he's looking for more. Should be careful. Dropping down unnecessarily all alone. And this is an expensive round already. It's a 2v3 now. Bomb is going to be barreling up towards A mains. Hell Scream. Hellfighter needs to catch him. We won't spot him out. And Hell Scream. If he finds Screamy here, he can make this work. Screamy behind the smoke. And Hellfighter sneaking in from behind. Now Hell Scream not. Will he use that smoke? Will he time it right? He's walking the edge of the smoke, but the aim push is going to come in. Screamy one tap will end him. That's going to be the round going the way of GMD Gaming. Bear in mind, the news that we received early morning today, at least in our time, was, you know, Valve changing a few things, primarily with the Glock, the P250, and more importantly, something that affects the entire game as a whole, not just in pistol rounds or eco rounds, would be the fact that aim punch is being nerfed quite a bit. An armored aim punch, which makes things interesting, right? So if the player right now, if was it? I think it was Hellscream. If he with that AK-47, like, if the new update comes out, he probably wouldn't have been affected that badly. Hellfighter spots out a player to a Squeaky. He's going to get the kill. Free kill on Hickam. That's the B bomb. The A bomb side pretty much completely compromised. Roach is going to be pushing in, and Riameister is there to shut him down. In the meantime, Proud down to 3 points of health. He's trying to hold the line. Spots out Benj. Little great reaction there. Benji will take him down, but that's just the UMP. As JMD Gaming should keep all these AK-47s alive here. Benji left alone. The hunt is on. Can he flip more damage? Yes, he can. He finds one more kill. That's an AK-47 taken out of the hands of JMD Gaming. Losing a bit of too many players, especially against two almost full eco rounds. And now, it's like Esports, they're going to go for a full-fledged buy. I like the fact that they went for 2 full eco. And that means they can go for a lot of rifles and armor and utility. Deathmaker, along with the rest of his team, they know it's a buy, so they're slowing things down a little bit. Defiance over in mid, holding fort. Roach pushed up close mid, right next to the vents. Then we have Hellscream and Benji waiting patiently. Hellscream's Steam picture reminds me, I have yet to see it. I remember watching the old show a long time back when I was a kid. It scared the living hell out of me. Looking forward to that again. And it's going to be a beat. Flashbang is good. Defiance will peek out, though. He's going to time it right is the question. He's going to time it well. He times it right, but misses the shot. He's missing too many shots. Oh, no. The B-bomb side now. There's no one there. And he's going to miss another one. He's missing too many shots. And he finally gets taken over Rio Meister. Defiance. Oh no, that's just painful. That's just painful. Hickam, realizing there's not much he can do here, he will have to evacuate the premises. He will save the AWP though. That's gonna be the round going to have JMD Gaming. They make it 4-0. Keep 3 players alive, a much better outcome for JMD, considering that we're facing off against a full buy. And that's gonna be yet another round for the Indian team. And now for Zegg Esports. 4th round last bonus, that's not gonna be much to work with. $2,900, like, you know, just about $3,200 in a couple of players. That's about it. Money's not gonna be that great. Hickam will save the AWP, but that's all he'll be able to salvage from this round. Flashbang as well. So yeah, about an average of $3,000 in everyone. Might be seeing a few upgrade pistols coming up, but that's about it. Hickam's gonna be dropping the AWP towards Defiance, so just purchase a little bit of Kevlar to work with. Like I said, like, you know, purchasing this Kevlar when the new update comes out, I think it's going to be pretty interesting. Where Defiance probably won't go for the Kevlar buy if he you know, if the new update comes out. He would rather save the $650 for the next round, right? So small little things that's going to change the landscape of Counter-Strike, I feel. And I personally am looking forward to this new update. I think it's pretty cool. I think it's very ballsy from Valve to go for it. Roach with a P to 50 finds, but they've done a lot of damage. Look at how low they are. Screamy one tap, literally 1 HP, but they all die. Never mind, they're all dead. Deathmaker, Rio Meister, and Screamy one tap with 1 HP and no tap. Finishing things off, and that's going to be 5-0 to JMD Gaming. Zegg Esports, however, will be able to go for yet another full-fledged buy, but I would like to see a little bit of authority being exerted by Zegg right now. A little bit of map control, a little bit of some pushes towards the extremities, trying to, you know, pressurize JMD a little bit, because right now JMDs aren't trying anything special. They're just gathering up and going for a hit towards a bomb site like when, you know, with over a minute left on the clock, and it's working out for them, and they might speed things up a little bit. Proud with the Mag 10. Now, this might be a misread, but it's still working out. He still gets the kill on the Roach. I'm not too sure about this Mag 10 buy. I'm not sure if a misread or Proud just being like, yeah, screw it, I'm just gonna go with this. Because even if you want to, you know, purchase an SMG and we just want to go for a fact-finding mission, you'd probably go for a UMP, right? Not a Mag 10, which is I'm a little surprised they gone for this buy. Nice counter incendiary being tossed in by Hickam. He needs backup though, and Defiance with the op, but we should see a smoke. We should see a smoke. I don't see it. They have so much utility to work with, and why are they just crossing in dry? And I don't understand. Use a smoke! There we go. There we go. The Defiance is going to time it right, finds Hellfighter, and I lost 2 players left alive here. Deathmaker gets a kill, but Hellscream's going to barge in through the smoke, gets a double. And JMD Gaming, I mean, they had all the utility in the world. They had everything to work with. All they needed was a smoke to cross on over when they knew there's an op there. And, I mean, they use everything else, you know? They use the Molotovs, they use the flashbangs, they use all those set nades and whatnot, and it's the most basic smoke to cross on over. Why do you want to take an open fight? I mean, were they thinking they were an eco? Did they think Zegg was an eco? Because we saw the Mac 10 as well. In that case, I'm sorry, your money read is abysmal. Small little things, which against a better team would probably come and just bite them in the butt, to be honest. I just tweeted out something today. I just tweeted out saying, and Roach again. I mean, the timing, Roach. The smoke wasn't there anymore. And there's no one to trade for him as well immediately. And Screamy's feeling it. He spots out Roach, but Roach could actually win this duel. Screamy's still continuing to repeak with no one to trade for him. Roach picking up a double kill. I don't even... Where is the timing in that fight? Where is the timing in that fight from Proud and from Screamy? Like, he's alone. You could have peeked him together. You could have peeked him together instead of just, you know, giving him 2 free kills. Oh no. Benji has picked up an AK-47 for himself. And the bomb site's going to be a real tough nut to crack right now for JMD. 2v5, Rio Meister and Hellfighter. I don't think money's doing that great either. They could still go for a kind of a buy, but in an ideal world, I think they should just go for an eco here if they lose this round. 2 players waiting. Roach is there. And Hellscream, he doesn't need any help. He's going to get a kill. Benji helping his teammate out, getting another frag. A flawless round coming out for Zegg Esports to pick up 3 AKs as well. And that's going to be round number 2. JMD Gaming's money is finally looking a little depleted. They can still go for a buy, however. Hellfighter can probably play utility man and go for a UMP and some utility. There we go. The rest of them, AKs and armor. And Zegg Esports going for the mid control, and JMD's not. They don't seem to know how to get back mid control or how to you know, snatch it back from the CTs. Again, there we go. Rest of mid control, Roach and Defiance. I think a very basic 1-2-2 setup. And the problem for us JMD right now is they have no information as to how the Zegg are playing the CT side. They really haven't gone for plays which will allow them to figure out the setup. So they're kind of operating in the dark right now. They're going to have to rely on hitting some shots. They're just relying on playing a kind of a reactive style at the moment, the past couple of rounds, which could come and be a problem for them. later in this round. So 5-2. Still the lead for the Indian team. Smoke's going to come out. He's going to draw the rotation, though. They haven't budged yet. That's nice from Zegg. Proud, teasing through the door. Then if Pecan gets the kill, that's going to draw the rotation now. Benji's going to be left alone, and it's going to be Screamy who finds a kill in Defiance as well. And are they going? Yeah, they're going towards A. They have control of the site, though, so it makes sense. Proud being a little too overeager. Screamy's going to find another kill. Okay, this guy's not stopping at all. He finally gets shut down by Roach, who we've known can be a thorn. And he finds another one. Roach, okay then. 2v2. And backup is far, far away. Rio Meister has exposed himself. He's done a lot of damage, and Roach is on the hunt. 24 seconds. Benji's going to find Hellfighter. How have they even turned this around? How have they turned this around? I don't get it. I really don't get it. How did Roach just get 3 kills out of nowhere? Nice flashbang there. Delays him for a few more seconds. And now Rio Meister walks straight into Roach's crosshair. And Roach finally coming alive. 4 kills for him. In a round, to be honest, which looked lost. It was a 3v5 that had control of the A bomb site. And one by one, they just got picked off. Roach single-handedly taking matters into his own hands. Picking up a quad kill as well, as we do have attack pause getting called by Zegg. Getting a very crucial round. They're starting to build up a little bit of semblance of an economy as well, although they still have to go for the buy. Defiance with the AWP. We're seeing 2 M4s coming out for Haycom and for Hellscream as well. And for JMD Gaming, they are back. Well, I mean, it's the first time they're going for a full eco here, so... Still one loss bonus, might be seeing a few pistols, but that's about it. I still don't understand how the round slipped away from them. Roach came towards highway. He picked off Proud at the back of quads. Proud peeking unnecessarily. Then he got the second kill. I'm not too sure where he got a second kill, but he got a third kill, I think, on the guy in forklift at the edge of the smoke. And it just fell apart. And Hellfighter left all alone against 2 players. Time not his friend either. As you do see, the op and Defiance M4 is a lot of utility. This is a round they really shouldn't be losing at any cost. 3 Deegs, the Glock for Hellfighter, and the Screamy 1-tap with the P250. Never mind. 4 Deagles and a P250 in armor. Here we go. What are JMD going to do here? Who's going to come out top of mid? That looked a little scary. Roach, I think his head almost got taken out, but Defiance with a neat shot on the Proud. Finds the head. Roach. I'm not too sure why 2 players are marking. There's no need for... There's honestly no need for Defiance to mark towards the boost. I don't know, Roach should be marking mid. That is just sloppy. That is sloppy counters. That is such sloppy counter-strike from Zegg. What was that? Why were 2 players marking the boost while no one was marking the smoke? I mean, it's not like JMD have so much to lose. They are in eco. They can just push out through the smoke and catch you off guard. That was just some shockingly bad work from Zegg. Huge miscommunication, and they're going to come charging out one by one, though, and Benji is going to be licking his chops as he gets the kill, and Hellfighter's going to be left alone. 1v3 with the Eagle, and Hickam is going to have no trouble Just pre-firing on the corner. Getting the kill as they get to 4 rounds, but losing 2 players they probably wouldn't have lost if the comms were on point. There's just some fundamental mistakes. I mean, how can you make these mistakes? Like, all right, let's try and relate it from matchmaking, right? You're playing matchmaking, you're playing a plug on So Strong or whatever platform you're playing on, and you're playing cash CD side. You have an AWP, right? You'll be marking boost, correct? So if your teammate's playing towards a mid, you'll be telling him that, hey, dude, I'm marking boost, and your teammate will be like, all right, I got mid. Even if it's smoked off, I got mid, right? You mark the entry points instead of leaving one blind entry point and having 2 guys mark the same bloody spot. It just shockingly bad, considering that this is a relegation game to Challenger, which is the the second high. Wait, what? That's Maker. Jesus Christ, son! What a shot! He does get taken down in the end. Screamy replies, and now it's all on Hell Scream. But just Screamy one tap, and Screamy one tap will be channeling his inner Scream, and that's gonna be the round for JMD Gaming. They keep 4 guys alive as well, as they can go for the buy, but it'll be a very rough buy. Ideally, they should be just going for upgraded pistols here. That's exactly what they're gonna go for. 3 of them can afford CZs and armor. Deagle in Defiance, Hell Scream with CZ and armor as well. Here's the thing, right? Like, everything looks comparatively easy on hindsight, but oh god, there's no need to take the fight, Rio. Oh, they're getting eco'd. They're getting eco'd. Jesus Christ, they're getting eco'd. Proud with the nade. That's gonna sail in, and it's a beautiful nade though. But now, is it a 1v2? I was about to say how Zegg could probably have gone for a buy round this round if they hadn't lost those 2 players over at mid earlier. Basic mistake, but then JMD shuts me up by almost losing to an eco, which could just happen anytime right now here. Roach in a great spot. Hell Scream as well. They have a good crossfire being set up here. Smoke's gonna bloom. That's a free kill for Roach, and that is going to be the round for Zegg, winning a round with barely any investment. An AK and an AWP retrieved as well. There's got to be a kick in the nutsack for JMD Gaming. You know, the kick that just kind of whacks both your testicles. Those hurt, by the way. Those really hurt. Defiance with the AWP now over at mid. Trying to find something fast play coming out towards A. They're mixing things up, and Hickam just spraying through the smoke. He finds 1. He's looking for more. Won't find more. Though Benji not moving, not budging. He finds 2 as well. 1 man stays alive, and Screamy will be decimated by Benji. The desolation for JMD Game at A bomb site, and yeah, I mean, that's kind of what happens, and it just burst out. And I didn't really get that. They had utility. They had a decent sum of utility to use. Instead, it's like watching a really rich SoCal brat with a lot of money. He doesn't know what to do, and he goes and buys an iPhone X. And then he kind of like plays tennis with it. It's kind of like that. Yes, it doesn't make sense, does it? That analogy. It didn't make any sense at all. That's exactly how JMD Gaming played. They bought up all the utility, and they just didn't bother using it. It just ran out like madmen. In the meantime, the Desert Eagle is going to get the kill on the Defiance. Deathmaker has been quite impressive so far in this game. I just hope Benji and Roach set up a decent crossfire, because if they lose a round because of that old crossfire earlier, I'm going to get really tilted. I mean, for those of you just tuning in right now, there was this one round which tilted me, where both of them were marking towards towards boost, and no one was marking mid, the smoke, and those guys just came out from the smoke and killed both of them. I mean, That's just Tilt City. Proud with the Glock. Boost it up. This is a cheeky angle, by the way. This is a pretty cheeky angle. Nate will sail in, and Benji gets one. Hickam coming out from behind. He finds one, but Deathmaker just hitting some nutty shots. Benji replies back with a couple of his own again, but DM King. I don't know if he's DMing right now, but he's hitting some absolutely nut shots. The Deagle in hand. He spots out a player over in truck. Oh, another one! The Eco Deagle Ace. Don't tell me that's going to happen. It's going to be Hellscream who will deny him, but Deathmaker. For a moment there, I believed for a moment there, but in the end, it was not to be. Here come Roach. Defiance, Hellscream. There was a Hellscream earlier, I remember, in wasn't it JMD Gaming itself, or was it one of the other teams? It was a Bengali team, if I remember. That's Defiance. Holding the line. They didn't lead by one round, but to be very honest, I think the lead would have gone the way of JMD unless they'd gone for some truly atrocious plays. To be very honest, some truly atrocious plays. Losing rounds they had no business losing. Defiance. Falling back a bit. Going for well, kind of an A-ish stack here without much information gleaned, which is kind of curious. Proud will get taken down by the wallbang. Hickam and Benji. Tag teaming up together, getting the frag. And Defiance. And the shot. Rio is going to fall out. And that's what happens when you just walk out neat. Completely dry. And that's what confuses me. Like, I think Rio had some utility to work with. So does Deathmaker. And now they're going to use it. It's going to be barreling up towards Highway. Time is not their friend. And now they have to walk into the firing squad. How are they going to cross on over is the question. They haven't spoken Hellfighter, but that's not going to be good enough. They made a lot of noise towards mid. Now they're falling back, rotating back towards B. This could be a very smart call if it works out. Because Hellscream is going to be all by his lonesome. He hears them, though, and it should be Roach making his way. Smoke's going to bloom. Hellscream, the timing. Oh, no, the timing, buddy, is going to be absolutely abysmal. He should have known they were too close to go for the flashbang. And now Defiance. He's got a pretty good angle. Nade's going to sail in, but Hellfighter takes some damage. Completely whiffs that Molotov as well. Now Deathmaker. He was beasting in the previous round with a Deagle. Can he do more? Screamy is trapped. He's got to go for the peek. He peeks out. Beautiful shot. Hellfighter's going to get another kill as well. Now all of a sudden things are turned around, but Roach just reply back. Now it's a 2v2. They have a smoke as well. That's a nice smoke out wide, and it misses the shot, and it's going to be Deathmaker and Screamy getting the double kill. Well, getting the killer piece in the end there. Oh no, he really needed to hit that shot. Defiance having quite a few whiffs this game, and especially when you're the dedicated operator for the team. And see, it's out of cash. Some of those misses whiffs were kind of unforgivable. Final round coming in the first half. Buy is not too shabby for Zegg. They have M4s all around, decent some utility, a couple of kits, armor, Kevlar and helmets, and pretty similar buy as well for JMD. Who's going to come out with the lead is the question. Defiance will have to make do with the M4 though. Roach and Defiance, and this time around, much better, a much better setup with the crosshair and Proud. I think. Wait, did he even spot him out? Proud. Great shot, and Defiance gets completely destroyed. That's the opening kill going the way Nade's gonna just rattle the head of Roach there. Not gonna really affect him too much, but I think he's been slightly psychologically damaged. He's gonna be falling back all the way, not really looking to hold mid all by his lonesome towards Highway. As we do see JMD pushing up towards A. Once again, it's going to come down to Benji and Hickam. Benji forced out by Molotov, spotting towards Highway as well. This is going to come down to a lot of contact plays here, and Hickam does find one. He needs to get more, and it'll almost line up for him. And now Roach with the spray, he gets one kill. He's at 14 HP though, and backup. It's arriving, but will it arrive in time? Because Screamy is waiting for him, sprays him down, and it's all on Roach in a 1v3. He's been a beast. I've seen him beasting even on land quite recently, but this might be a little beyond his capabilities. Good night, son. As his body goes flying like a rag doll. 8-7 for JMT Gaming as they go into the second half with a 1-round lead. However, they probably would be asking themselves, this could have been a much more solid half for them. It could have been 10 half. It could have been 10-5 half for JMD if they hadn't lost a couple of rounds, which should honestly, they should just go back after this game, watch a demo, and just figure out what the hell they did wrong there, because those are some atrocious rounds to lose. Zegg Esports, pretty decent. I wouldn't really call it comeback, but more like a recovery, so to speak. But then losing a couple of those last 2 rounds in the end probably might cost them later. Let's see what they have in store for us here. A couple of smokes, 2 flashbangs in the hands of Benji and Defiance. And Roach, meanwhile, over at A mains, trying to just keep the CTs over at A at bay. Bear in mind, JMD have gone for just armor on every one of their players. No utility whatsoever, no kits. So it's not going to be a retake play on the sides. You can see the players sitting in the sites. Creamy really loves this corner. And now Proud tapping away. Spots one. Does he hear a player coming into its highway? He's going to be caught out reloading. Defiance comes dancing across it and just battling towards the B bomb. So Creamy hasn't been spotted out. He's in such a good spot here. He's got to get the kills. He finds one. The bomb is dropped. Hellscream does reply back, but now it's a 3v2. They don't have a kit. So this retake's got to be real quick, and they have all the time in the world. Though we already have that maker playing towards near city spawn towards a tree, and Hellfighter is going to be the bait. He's going to be pushing, and his player is low. He's on 2 HP. And it's all going to come down to Hickam and Hellscream to hold this one. Rio is going to find Hickam. Hellscream, no armor, 61 HP. He's going to find 1 kill. Won't be able to get more as Deathmaker is going to destroy him. Double kill apiece for Rio Meister and Deathmaker, and that's going to be the round. Going the way of JMD Gaming. Zegg really needed that round. And for a moment, it looked like it was a very nice blitzkrieg take towards B, but not checking that corner and Screamy getting a kill. And that was a bomb planner as well. That delayed the plan for quite a while, allowing JMD Gaming to rotate in real quicker. And they should go for the full eco, though. P250s all around. A double nade towards Baines. Unfortunately, no one to find. Roach sitting happily behind the smoke. Hickam walking towards Squeaky. Making a bit of noise. They're going to try and sell a fake here by the looks of it. But I really don't think James is going to fall for this. They have no utility whatsoever. The weaponry is definitely in the favor of the Indian team. And that maker spotting out a player. I like the fact that he's not just going for clean peeks, but they managed to actually sneak out. Rio Meister does get the kill though, and Hellfighter helps him out as well, as they're now going to be making their way towards the A-bomb side. But whatever plan they had in mind, just I think kind of fell apart when all of them walked out one by one. Proud, where did he even come from? Just a Defiance, just a moonwalk sideways. The bullet through his head. It's like just a P250 is being purchased though, so they will be able to go for a decent sum of utility as well. And they did get a few kills in the pistol round, so that's there. AK's nump in the hands of Benji. Benji. Benjamin. I'm gonna call him Benjamin. Oh, that's gotta suck. Proud with the scout. Wait, what? Through 2 smokes, he gets the kill. Screamy, though, caught busy staring at a body, but Hellfighter's up close. This aggression from JMD over at mid. Unbridled aggression, although that smoke has failed. And Hellfighter is going to take a lot of damage. Amaldo's going to push him out as well. He's in the flames, and he takes the fight. And Bet you'll have no trouble taking him down. One guy in the B-bomb side, and Deathmaker this time. He's just going to do the dance macabre for himself. Proud with the flashbang. Not quite blinding him. The bomb's gonna get planted. He's got a perfect Molotov there, and Benji is gonna get pushed out, but he's doing it smart. He's pushing up ahead, where he will not be spotted out. Rio Meister, Roach knows where he is, and he's gonna be checking the wrong corner, and it is gonna be all down and proud with the scout in a 1v3. Which, to be very honest, looks like a lost cause. Alright, never mind. Finds one. He knows where Benji is. Doesn't know where the other one is, and the USP is gonna come out, but Hell Scream and Benji teaming up together like the Hardy Boys. They take them down. And that's going to be round number 8 for Zegg. Getting the first round on the T side, and that too on the first rifle buy. So that's pretty good. Pretty solid. Lose 3 players though, so they won't be too happy about it. JMD can go for a buy. And at this point, I would advise him to go for it. And that's exactly what they're going to go for. M4s, they'll surprise. The Rio didn't probably go for an AWP. But M4s all around. Using some utility as well. Zegg's money's not that great either. They have 3 AKs and M4, a Deagle. But I'm looking for something a little different from Zegg here on the T side. They look very lackluster on the CD side, to be honest. Proud. Going to his vents. Can't drop down. Smoke is dissipated. Luckily for him, is inside the vents where the smokes will not touch him. Now, this is when they toss the other Molotov into the vents to push him out, to make him walk through the flames and take the damage. Instead, he's going to drop down and gets himself a free kill. He's looking for more, almost gets a second kill. But he does get taken down as Deathmaker now. Alone in the B bomb site, he does have the UMP, and now he has backup as well. Screamy one tap. They have smokes. You have so many smokes and flashes. And here it comes. 1 Molotov, 2 flashes. They'll get to cross it over, and all that Maker has to do is just try and stay alive. And they have to cross here, and it's going to be Roach. He's going to get the kill, and Screamy just finds 1 kill in return. Not able to get the double. I thought he'd really get a double kill there. Well, nice shot from Health Scream. 13 HP, still makes it work. Smoke's going to dissipate now, though. And here's a problem. They have 2 flashes remaining. No more smokes to delay this retake. Hellfighter waiting patiently. Rio has given away his position with that nade and a team flash, and Defiance gets to kill. Hellfighter will drop him though. He doesn't know that both the players in the site. He can get the other kill here. He spots them both out. He knows where both of them are. He finds 2, but won't get the final kill. Roach will clutch it out for Zegg, and they get to 9 rounds. Now 1 round away from tying things up with JMD Gaming. And with JMD Gaming, money is not the best friend at the moment. And this is just a weird buy from Zegg. Not really weird. It kind of makes sense as well. Might as well invest in the AKs early on, but knowing what Jamie's money should be, the situation should be like, I would have seen at least. I would have been expecting at least a Mac 10 or 2 Mac 10s or 2 UMPs or at least 1 SMG. You know, go on a fact-finding mission. You don't want to lose his AKs. You can have 1 casualty. It can happen, even when the the CDs are in a full eco. It can happen. You can lose a player, and looking at the way this game is poised right now, every death, every kill, every weapon dropped matters. I'm a little surprised, I'm a little curious as to why they haven't really gone for this. Screamy doing his best bait attempt. P250 would be real handy right now. And Hellskin knows where he is. He's gonna get the kill, and they're just gonna get completely destroyed. Proud on 4 HP. Can he survive for more? He's been spotted out. The hunt is on. Benji waiting patiently in mid. He hears them. He hears them. He hears them running up. His AK-47 is locked and ready. He's paranoid now, though. He's really paranoid right now, and it's gonna get 1 kill. He should know there's another player around the corner, but he doesn't check it. And it's gonna be Rio Meister. Steals a kill and picks up an AK as well. Thank you very much. And is gonna make his exit from mid. Hold on to this AK-47 because it's gonna be $2,400 kicking in for JMD, which is decent money. Still not that great cash, though, to go for a full-fledged buy. And you can see Proud, 4 HP, still waiting, just waiting patiently to try and take away another gun, but Hellstream will deny him. But Rio Meister does survive with the AK-47. That's going to be round number 10 for Zegg Esports to tie things up with JMD. Scores tight, 10-all. JMD. Go for the buy, especially that AK-47 for Rio is going to allow him to purchase a lot of utility, which will be crucial for his team here, because most of them have just gone for M4 buys, you can see. Incendiary for Deathmaker. He's got the Soul Incendiary and the Soul Kit for this team. And now, aggression from at mid, and Proud. Where is he even spraying? Roach. He gets the kill, but the quick trades come in. Hellfighter and Screamy getting 2 quick frags. In the meantime, Deathmaker is getting a little pressurized over at B. Hickam, completely, utterly. What is that? Molotov. That is next level trigonometry. And Screamy. There's no need for him to drop down. There's no need for Screamy to drop down there. I'm sorry. I've been triggered since morning today. There's no need for Screamy to drop down there. And Deathmaker playing aim headshot will find all the 3 kills with 3 little wiggles off his AK-47. That's going to be round number 11 for JMD. The small little things tilt me because here's the thing, right? I've been watching Counter-Strike for a long time. A very, 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 very long time. And I've been a huge proponent for Asian Counter-Strike, well, you know, back in the day and whatnot. And one thing you notice, it's not just JMD, it's not just Zegg Esports, but majority of Asian teams, they make these small little mistakes where they just go for fights. And they don't realize that it builds bad habits. You carry on these habits, and when you face against an actually good team, these small little mistakes, these bad habits that have built up over the years, it's gonna come and kick you. It's gonna kick you in the butt, and it's gonna hurt so hard. It's gonna hurt so hard, you're probably gonna quit playing this game. Can't make these silly little mistakes. It's not a pug. It's not matchmaking. This is, you know, you're trying to play good Counter-Strike. As Deathmaker, M4 in hand, spots out Roach. He's gonna find one. He needs to get another one here, but he's getting pre-fired. He needs backup, and he's gonna get taken down. Trade will come in. Proud takes a while. He does a bit more damage before he falls, though. It should have at least got a double kill. Could have, would have, should have. Screamy one tap does not live up to his name. He goes for an absolutely abysmal spray, and he gets punished for it. Hellfighter completely blinded. And Hickam's gonna find Rio Meister, and it's all in Hellfighter. It's gotta be walking past Benji, and Benji's gonna take him down. Scores are tied. 11-all, and JMD's money is once again back in the dumpster. P250, 5-7, the only investment into the round for JMD. And 5 AKs, the full set of utility as well. I mean, Zegg really liked their AK-47s. I'm not going to really judge them for it. AK-47s are viable guns too. In the meantime, Screamy and Deathmaker have made their way towards T-spawn with 1 minute and 27 seconds on the clock. And there's... Okay, might be a little too late though, because they've already wrapped around from Highway. And it's going to be Defiance. Defiance at least waiting in line. He finds both the kills, and everyone else are getting completely mothered in the site. Hellfighter's like, nah, I got one. And Roach steals the kill. He steals the kill away, the knife away from Hickam. I think Hickam was going in for the knife there. Well, no, not Hickam. I think someone else was dropping in for the knife there. Was that a knife attempt? I'm not too sure. That would have been cool to get a knife. But anyways, Zegg win the round. They lose one player. I don't think they're going to be too worried about it. JMD Gaming going to go for yet another buy from us. 3 M4s, and of course the AVP. I'm proud. Faster aggression towards A coming out from JMD. But the bomb holding here means it's just a fake. It's just a feint. They're gonna... Okay. A little bit of confusion as to who's gonna boost whom. Roach holding the bay over in Squeaky, just trying to keep the CDs occupied on his position. Rio's boosted up towards Gerard Box as well. 3 players playing deep in the A bombs, and 1 player that's Deathmaker. Now again, if his M4 is as insane as it was earlier, it could be huge. Proud. the railing saves a player, but he decapitates Benji. And it is going to be the B play coming in, but all Deathmaker has to do is delay them. Stay alive and delay them. Proud, he just going for the kill. Jerry finds another one, finds Hickam and Hellscream. And just like that, one man remains. Defiance trying to defy his fate. 1v5, 1v4 now. Bomb dropped out in no man's land. He spots out Deathmaker. Proud peeks out. Gets the kill, quad kill for him. Scores a tide again. This is more back and forth than watching Rocky and Apollo Creed go at each other. Defiance now with the AWP. What can he do? Go for... Oh, no! What? How many lives does Screamy have? Is he a cat? How Defiance... He's been whiffing a few shots at the CD side as well, but that one was... Come on, man. That was just like, okay, you just can't miss those shots. I mean, usually shit happens, right? Sometimes you miss shots. It's okay. But not at this point. Proud trying to catch someone off guard. Hickham's trying to be cheeky. No flashbang, just goes in dry. Thank you very much, says Proud as he makes his escape. He does get tagged though through the smoke by Defiance, yet he doesn't get the kill. He's so very low though, and it's going to be Deathmaker. They won't be expecting two players. They're Proud. Peeks out again. He's looking for more. Defiance will finally win the duel. But is it too late? Is it too late is a question, and we realize that Deathmaker can... He can go for those burst shots like nobody's business, but that spray was all over the place. But that's okay. Gaming, they win the round. And more importantly, they have successfully crushed Zegg Esports' economy. Which isn't still too late though. Because JMD, they're going to get 14 rounds now, unless Zegg Esports wins this round with pistols, and they've gone for the force buy. There is no need, Zegg. There is absolutely no need to go for his force buy. I'm just going to say it out. There's no need to go for his force buy, because if you lose this round without getting the bomb down, without barely getting any kills, here's what's going to happen. You're going to have... Oh, they all disconnected? Wait, what? Okay, JMD timed out. We're going to have a restore this round coming in. But that gives me time to bitch a little bit. Let's bitch a little bit, all right? Shall we? We shall bitch a little bit. They went for the force buy, and if they lose this round without getting a bomb done, if they lose this round without getting kills, they're going to get a grand total of $2,400 the next round. By that time, JMD Gaming would be in 14 rounds, 14 to 12, and they have $2,400. What do they do then? Did they go for another force buy with pistols and armor? And JMD Gaming gets to 15 rounds? Then what happens? Then they have $2,900. They still can't buy a bloody AK-47 and armor, right? Instead, if they went for an eco this round, this tilts me, right? This tilts me. Unless you're bloody, I don't know, envious or something, then okay, fine, right? But or envious or fanatic or some of those crazy teams. But when at this juncture, going for an eco means you'll get $2,400 next round. So 24 plus 2,600, do the math. That's $5,000. You can go for an AK armor buy. You can go for even an AWP buy. And JMD will still be only in 14 rounds. That means you can still get to 14 rounds. You can still tie it up. You can still do something. But this is an unnecessary risk buy that Zegg went for. And thankfully, the restorers come in. I just hope that some semblance of economy management and round management has seeped into their brains, and they don't go for the force buy right now. Don't force it up right now. Just don't force it up. Just eco. Just chill. It's fine. Go with Glocks. Just die in a blaze of glory in A, B. Doesn't matter. Try and get the bomb down. Fine. If you get it, good. If you don't, doesn't matter. But don't buy up. Don't buy up now. Don't shoot yourself in the foot. All right, so JMD's back. But look, dear viewers, here's the thing, right? I mean, Counter-Strike is more than just aiming at the head and left clicking, right? It's about economy management. It's about tactics, about reading your opposition, reading tendencies, knowing setups, going for the trade game, the buddies. They're like a shit ton of things in this game. And when one of the most fundamental aspects of how to play competitive, semi-professional or professional Counter-Strike is ignored, it just hurts me because I'm casting this game. I love this game. I want these teams to do good, but you can't make these sort of calls. And many people ask, right? Many people tweeted me saying, so why aren't Asian teams achieving anything? I'm like, this is why. They go for these plays where they think they can just win their duels. I'm sorry, man. You're going to get completely wrecked if you go about things this way. Like, the primary objective in playing CS, like, someone asked me this, and I read this somewhere. I think, was it Steel or someone who mentioned this? Like, the primary objective, like, what do you keep foremost in your mind when you're playing a game? It's very simple. Try and maximize your chances of not making mistakes, or alternatively minimize it, bring to an absolute minimum the chances of you making a mistake, right? Trying to minimize that makes you become a better team, a better player, a better unit altogether. Basic stuff. Don't go for risky plays. First, like, get the basics right. Just play solid Counter-Strike, and then, you know what, and then you can do anything from there. Once you have the solid base, you can work from there. But when you go for its questionable buys and, the anti-ecos are non-existent and whatnot, it just... There was a team, there's an Indian team, pretty well-known team, not like super popular, but pretty well-known team. I remember talking to them once. This is like a year or so back, and I was talking about an anti-eco. I forgot who it was. I forgot the player. He was like, what's an anti-eco? And I just, like, I didn't understand. I just didn't understand. I'm like, how do you not know what an anti-eco is? I mean, he didn't understand the terminology behind it. And yeah. Most people think an anti-eco means buying an SMG and rushing in and getting eco kills. No, you stupid dumbass. That's not an anti-eco. That's called being greedy. That's called being dumb. That's not how you go about it. I'm so tilted. I'm so tilted right now. And they've gone for the force spy. They've gone for the force spy. God damn it, Zegg. God damn it, Zegg. Why have you done this? Even Hickam, he wasn't buying anything. I thought he was probably listening to me, but no, even he's gone for the Tech 9 armor buy. Why are you doing this to me? And you know what? They're probably going to win it. They're probably going to win it because JMD's anti-ecos are complete garbage sometimes. Screamy. Screamy and Deathmaker. The smoke's gonna obscure his vision. Here it comes. Here comes the play. Screamy using the smoke perfectly. And it's gonna be Deathmaker bomb dropped on the open. The round's done. The round's over. There you go. I told you so. I told you so. I fucking told you so. Defiance gets a kill, but he gets taken away proud. And look, let's look at the money, shall we? Let's hold up tab, Mr. Observer. Look at that. Look at that. That $2,400. And look at the rounds JMD's on. 14 rounds. They need one more round to get a map point. Map and match point. What are they going to do now? They're kind of screwed, aren't they? They're kind of screwed right now. Now they're going to go for an eco. Because they want to have AK-47s. They want to play for overtime. But here's the thing. If that ecoed the previous round, they didn't have to play for overtime. They could have tried, and this round they would have AKs and armor, and JMD would still be in 14 rounds. They could have fought it. They could have fought back. They could have done something. And now it's a free round for JMD. A Deagle, 3P250s, a CZ. That's all they have. No utility whatsoever. I'm proud. He's just having a fun time, just taking heads and asking no questions over at mid. And JMD's probably expecting a force buy here. Perhaps, but they're going to get mowed down right now. Rio Meister from above. And Hellfighter, what is even Hellfighter? Hell, come on. Roach gets a bomb down, that's mission accomplished. That's mission accomplished. He gets a bomb down. They let him get the bomb down, and Roach is going to be like, thank you very much, sir. So, there's money in the bank. Does Zegg have the cash now? Question is, they have no margin for error. They got to win 3 rounds in a row to take it to overtime, and from there it's anyone's game. Anything could happen. JMD Gaming are on map and match point, and they're 1 round away from facing off against Iyati Gaming in the next round. Sorry, in the next matchup that's coming up next as well. And that's going to be casted by our very own Archie's man, Fet Pradhan, who has unfortunately broken his knee. To have someone disconnecting, and he should be back very soon. You know, once upon a time, I used to be just a play-by-play caster. I used to just do play-by-play, just normal casting, no analysis, no color commentary, nothing. But during most of the events that I've attended on LAN outside of the country, I've been asked to attend as an analyst. So sometimes, once in a while, that analyst comes out. You know, I'm still not as horrendous as Thorin can be, but or even Sponge. I don't really like his analysis nowadays. Sponge and Yanko. I think as a game, as a scene, CS is really lucky to have so many good, talented like casters, analysts, hosts like Machine. Then you got Andrew Semler, James, DDK, Sadicus, Henry G. I mean, these guys itself, like they themselves are like so have more talent combined than most other talent in other esports games. Then you have Thorin, then you have Richard Lewis, then you have Yanko, you got Machine, you got Sponge as well, you got Pansy, you got so many like really, really good. You can literally have 3 tier 1 events happening simultaneously with all the tier 1 casters and analysts, and all 3 would be good. You know what I'm trying to say? It's not like because all the casters in one event, there won't be anyone good in the other one. You can easily split it up. That's how flush we are with talent in this game, and I love it. I love how each and every one of them are so genuine as well. But here we go. We're back in the game. Zegg Esports, despite the best efforts to sabotage their chances of winning this game, let's see what they can do here. 4 AKs, a lot of utility to work with. What are they going to do? Proud. He's been allowed to reign free at mid. Every single time. Now, this is ballsy from Proud, just out in the open. He does have Deathmaker towards fence. A slightly aggressive hold coming out from GMD over at B mains, and even over at A. They're going to go for it again. All right. Are they going to fall for it the second time? They might not be expecting it, though. Smokes over at mid. And Proud, not too sure what he was planning there. Pouch is going to pop for Highway as they march on in, but Hellfighter waiting patiently. He's going to go for the spray. What was that spray? Just finds 1 kill, but from above, Rio Meister will find nothing, and they all fall like flies. It's all on Screamy 1-tap in a 1v4. And all he could do right now, every kill matters. If he can take away a couple more AKs, that is huge. Defiance, spots out Screamy, who's trying to be cheeky. He doesn't get more kills there. If he got a couple more kills there, that could really hurt Zegg's economy. However, they keep all the 4 guns alive. And they keep themselves alive as well in this game. 15-13. 2 more rounds for Zegg. Can they make it? Here's the thing though. JMD don't close it out right now. They're broke as well. We might very well see overtime. I like a little bit of a mix-up coming out from JMD. They realize this round is going to be crucial, and they've gone for a slightly risky play, that aggression. Luckily for them, they're going to continue to hold this. This is ballsy. Rio's out in the open. He's going to rely on Hellfighter hitting his shots. Not too sure where Zegg's going to be going. The bombs will drop towards B-cons, towards mid-cons, rather. Or B-cons, or whatever you call it. Here comes a take towards mid. Roach gonna be leading the way, and Proud is there waiting to pluck him from mid. Gets immediately taken down. One thing I like about Proud is, yes, he sometimes goes for some very ridiculous angles, but it is going to be the B play coming out here, and Deathmaker. Please check this corner. Not the second time. You got to check this corner. Screamy is going to find one. Deathmaker's going to find just one kill. Hellscream, what a shot! And now it's a 2v3. Tags up. What do you have? What do you got now, Zegg? 2v3. A nade and a flashbang to work with. Bomb yet to get planted. Here we go. Bomb down. And the retake is on. Rio Meister Hellfighter patiently walking in. Defiance gets spotted out, but it's going to be Hellscream with a beautiful shot. Defiance finds another one. This might actually work out. Rio Meister is going to be left alone against Hellscream in a 1v1. Hellscream playing towards headshot. Rio Meister might be looking the wrong way here, and yes, he is, but he lands the headshot. And I think he's got enough time to go for the defuse, and that, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be the game. GG, well played, being called by both the teams, as JMD Gaming will move on in the relegation games here, and they'll be facing off against Iyati Gaming. That's going to be coming up next. My name is Blair. I hope you guys enjoyed my ramblings. And coming up next is going to be Archie with his broken knee, as you listen to him and his misery.
You kept rolling snake eyes.
Alright, and JMD bagging that win for themselves and securing their place for now in the Challenger League. But not for long, I guess, because we're going to have another game coming up very soon where JMD got to beat another tough opponent. But before that, we're going to have a short break, and I will see you all really soon.
Once upon a time, there was a small country up in the far north of Europe, called Denmark. Next to its rich history and fascinating landscapes, Denmark was also the home to some of the most talented CSGO players in the world, but has never hosted a big tournament until now.
Just hit. What a tapsin! What is that? He just nailed them. Let's go!
Turn around 3 times. Start shooting.
Exclusive black equalizer brightens dark scenes without overexposing bright areas. Use the S switch to quickly access the setting and switch between save modes.
Oh no! Punch! Oh, crap!
Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to the ESL India Premiership. This event is brought to you by Open by HP, Zai by BenQ, HyperX, and organized by Nordwind Gaming. I'm Angela, and we are on the final day of the ESL India Premiership. So that also means that after this, you're going to see us only at the LAN finale that happens in Hyderabad. But you can definitely keep a track on our Facebook pages because we're going to have a lot of online contests happening, and you could even win some gaming goodies over there. If you have missed some of the previous streams that have happened, you can even check it out on our ESL India YouTube channel. You can subscribe and follow to get live notifications of whenever things happen. Now, moving into the second game of the day, after JMD did back that amazing victory, they're going to go up against Yati. Now, Yati is sitting 7th right now on the challenger board after winning only 2 games in the September phase. They started off pretty strong in the ESL India Premiership. They're based in Bombay and they won a lot of local tournaments. In the April session of the summer season, they came in 6th, but in the subsequent months, they even landed a 3rd spot. But in August, things hadn't really worked well for them and they only could secure 2 wins for themselves, and they went into the relegation rounds. They held themselves pretty strong there and they did manage to back themselves the Challenger League for the September phase. But in the September phase, ironically, they're again sitting on 7th of the board and they also have only 2 wins for this name. A drop today could make them end their ESL journey and they would have to restart it with the Starter Cup, but a victory would again hold their place in the Challenger League for the winter season. So let's quickly see what more is ahead of us in the final game of the ESL India Premiership's online, only the online session. We still have the LAN coming up. So I will get into the game really quickly with our casters from So Strong and I will be right back.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the ESL India Premiership. This is the relegation/promotion battle for the Challenger division, or the second tier of Indian Counter-Strike. And today's contenders are JMD Gaming and Iyati, both of which coincidentally are already a part of the Challenger division. JMD Gaming, having placed at the bottom, did have to play an additional game that was against Zegg Esports, which was the runner-up for in the Starter Cup. They did beat out Zegg Esports in what was a nail-biter of a game. They managed to close out that game. I think it was 16-14. And now we here, folks. Now we here, Iyati versus JMD Gaming. Both of these teams not newcomers to the Indian scene whatsoever. They've been around for donkey's years, and they've been in the same place for donkey's years as well, the Challenger Cup. Although not really, JMD Gaming did get relegated from the Masters division, I think a couple of phases ago. And since then, they have been in a downward spiral. They haven't really been able to figure out their stuff, and their lack of consistency has been showing in their form, and which is why they are, as of now, fighting for survival in the Challenger division. It would actually be a shame to see either of these teams go out, because they've been around for so long. They've almost become household names for those of us who actually, are invested in the Indian CSGO scene and who watch it and review it a lot. But yeah, it is what it is. Upsets happen. This is Counter-Strike. It is known for upsets. And here we go, folks. We are going to go live with the pistol round. JMD Gaming did win the knife round and have opted to start on the T side. And we're going to see some straight-up action towards the B bomb side. Pone coming out worse for wear in that altercation, but does take the head off of Rio Meister. And his teammates, Badman, go in for the kill. And they're going to fall back. Smart, but okay. Badman goes peeking out. Why, though? Nobody knows. In the meantime, Helef does find... well, it's a 3v4. And not really the best of starts. Iyati, early aggression being punished by JMD Gaming. JMD Gaming do consider Cash to be their strongest map, which is why they just beat, well, Zegg Esports on it a couple of minutes ago. And now we're finally set up for a retake setup towards the A bomb site. Slots going to be the only player in the bomb, so he's going to go charging in, spots out Screamy, one tap, takes a ton of damage. He's got 76 points of health, and he's just gonna try and stay alive until his teammates come in for backup. Neither Veerbhadra nor Slots have any form of well, armor, and Pone internally bleeding, 15 HP, not really in the pink of health. Veerbhadra in the meantime has found the face of Proud. It's down to a 3v2, but they're pretty well set up, entrenched into the B bomb set. Screamy one tap, playing for quads, gets spotted by Veerbhadra, but what is this man doing single-handedly? Dismantling the CT side, and Veerbhadra does it again. Veerbhadra has been known to clutch these. He gets a 4K. Helef also gets a 4K. That's Hellfighter, by the way. And, well, Veerbhadra's 4K greater than Helef's 4K, because, well, Veerbhadra's 4K actually win Iyati the round. What a show of tremendous skill from Veerbhadra. The last time I remembered him in such a situation was against TMG, 1v4 overpass, and he clutched out a 1v4 there as well. And This man has been known to be a clutch king, a clutch god, and he proves his namesake yet again, his title, not namesake, my bad, my England week. All right, JMD get the bomb down, but they're going in for a what I like to call a brutality surprise buy. That means they forced up instead of ecoing this round. They have very little utility to work with, so it is going to come down to raw aim. Not a big fan of this. This is a heavy investment, and they are up against 4 rifles and a UMP, albeit 4 FAMASs, but still 4 rifles nonetheless. Hellfighter has to go huge. He has to be the one to open up the bomb site like an egg falling on concrete. So far, it does look like it's going to be an aim hit. No, Proud getting taken down. That nade, trailing in. Hellfighter does get the kill. That's going to leave Slots all alone. He does manage to find Screamy, but he does get traded out by Rio Meister almost instantaneously. And Hellfighter spots of the player in Z. There is another player, that's Deathmaker, who's going to get the kill onto Pwn. And that leaves Pwn and, well, 2 Pwns. Okay, then. This is going to get interesting. I'm just going to call one ECA. Nice to ECA. I don't even know what's happening right now, but Hellfighter is just cleaning shop. Gets a 2K this round as well, and Proud gets the final kill of the round. And, well, JMD Gaming, that force buy really does catch Iyati off guard. Although I'd rather give it more down to the fact that Iyati just misplayed that round. They had everything going for them. They had the positional advantage, but they just let it slip through their fingers. That lack of any mid control was really telling in that round, and essentially that's what ended up doing them in. In the meantime, Screamy and Deathmaker, both of them were absolutely glorious against their game. Well, against Zegg. They're just continuing that form. Hellfighter, though, has just been phenomenal in these opening few rounds. It is going to be more or less an eco. Deathmakers. Pwn spots out Pwn again. 2 Pwns getting pwned back to back by Deathmaker. That's just what we like to see. And Badman, in the meantime, rattling off a couple of shots with the Deagle. Not really going to connect with a kill in the meantime. Screamy 1-tap. Just doing Screamy 1-tap. 1-tap onto Veerbhadra's face. No clutch for you today, and Screamy 1-tap follows that up with a face punch onto Badman. 2 games for JMD Gaming. That's 2 rounds on the trot, which means, well, Iyati will be forced to eco this one as well. And Veerbhadra going for the hard eco. He wants that AWP badly going into their first proper gun round. Well, this should just be an open and shut case. Proud just making his way out. Meg spots out Slots. Slots him a couple in the face, and down he goes like a sack of potatoes. In the meantime, Pwn, one of them, is still sold. The soul explosion of the D-bombs. That Molotovs are raining in. He knows what's headed his way, and that's certain death and destruction. Hellfighter just rounds the corner, pre-firing him into his grave. In the meantime, Deathmaker finds Badman. Pwn iteration 2 still alive and kicking towards us. And Veerbhadra does find Proud, but Rio Meister is the one to put Pwn number 2 in his place. Veerbhadra has recovered the FAMAS. Might just want to look to save it. Yeah, I know it should be P7, but they're just going with Pwn and Pwn 2 ECA. So I don't know which one's which, but let me just check which one's which. Okay. Just give me a second, guys. Okay. Well, they've just changed all of their names around. This is rather irritating. In the meantime, first proper gun round from Iyati. Very heavy mid presence. They have Pwn number 1. They have Slots and Veerbhadra. All 3 playing mid. Although very little utility on all 5 players like Pwn, and Badman. No nades whatsoever. Veerbhadra and Slots have a couple of flashbangs each and a couple of smokes between them. So very little in the on the utility front and no kits whatsoever. not a big fan of the fact that no one has gone for a kit. I think at least Veerbhadra could have foregone the head armor and picked up a kit. He could have. They are up against AK-47s and the AWP, so there's no look at the heavy mid presence, and that might just pay off. Screamy one tap, just getting completely decked towards that cubby by drop, and Slots is going to throw down a smoke that should aid in his escape, but proudly marking that angle, doesn't really get the kill. Hellfighter in the meantime gets the kill onto Badman. That's the A bomb side taken away from Iyati. Proud, what a shot from Proud. Just, this man can wreck completely and utterly with the AWP, and he's just doing that right now. The boomstick, his weapon of choice. There is a flank coming in from Pone, but he is coming in from Squeaky. Oh my god, the other Pone, wow. Proud has just attained beast mode. He is not letting anything through his grasp or his crosshairs in this case, and he is just gonna wreck shop. In the meantime, Pone watching towards Squeaky. Rio Meister rattling off a few shots. He's gonna go in and he's gonna get taken down, but now they know exactly where Pone is playing from. And given the way how Proud has been hitting his shots, I'd be scared at this point. I'd be very, very scared. And yeah, Pone just gonna play it safe. They need to save these two rifles. With that, they might just be able to go in with the buy, but I would suggest that they not. I'll tell you why, because again, they're going to be very neutered in terms of utility, and forcing it up at this point when you're anyway going to get $3,400 for the next round because you are going to be on max loss bonus is just putting undue strain on your economy when you don't need to. Yeah, and that's exactly what they're going to do. They're just going to continue with the buy, not really going to force around the two saved rifles. That's a smart decision. Just upgraded pistols across the board, and along with the AWP and the M4. All right, Screamy one tap, slowly but surely making his way up mid. He should hear Badman jumping down from coils, and Badman just playing ever so close. Spots out Proud, but that's bigger. Screamy one taps beast mode. He comes out, shoots Badman in the butt, and gives him an extra couple of holes to poop out of. In the meantime, Deathmaker finds Pone. We do have Pone EC2A. Oh my god. Just getting absolutely wrecked. That aim punch is so painful to watch. It's like getting repeatedly kicked in the testicles. But doesn't matter. Veerbhadra still surviving with the AWP. We all know what he's capable of. Oh, but missing an easy shot. But Slots in the meantime lands a sexy one dig. But Rio Meister is there for the refrag. And JMD Gaming put a rather comfortable round on the board. They keep 4 players alive. Their economy is getting a little out of hand right now. Deathmaker and Hellfighter above 10k. That's just ridiculous, the amount of money that they have rolling in for them. All right, finally proper buy round coming out from Yati, what seems like after years. And the wall of smoke's going down. Slots caught on in no man's land. Proud marking towards Z. I don't think he spotted Slots, just clearing the close angles. Will be dropping down. It's a rather passive setup. Finally, we do see some aggression coming out from Iyati towards Vents. But again, Pone holding it rather passively. This 3-man mid presence has been a blessing and a disguise. There we go. Screamy one tap gets Slots. But Veerbhadra there for the immediate refrag. But in a 4v4 situation, it's still going to favor the T's, because they can bunch up and hit a particular bomb site while the CTs will have to hedge their bets. But Veerbhadra, I like this positioning from him. And Molotov isn't going to bother him. He's going to spot towards door and miss an easy shot. Veerbhadra has been missing too many crucial shots, and Proud is in no mood to show that kind of respect towards Veerbhadra. Rattling off shots, kicking ass and taking names. Down goes Pone as well. That's going to leave the other Pone all alone. Hellfighter, and they're going to go into a spray battle of their lives. And both of them just hoping and praying rather than doing any spray control. But it seems like Pone's prayers were louder and stronger. There we go. They get answered. He gets the kill, but now he's in a 1v2. Deathmaker on 8 HP. But Proud just pops out of A mains and puts him down. Proud with a glorious 4k that round. 3k that round. And with that, JMD are leading 6-1. And Iyati, they can force it up, but again, they're on max loss bonus at this point, so I don't know, they can force it. They can even go for an armor pistol and then go for a proper buy next round. But the thing is, the more rounds they relinquish like this, their margin for error is fast reducing. And the thing is, Cash, being such a balanced map now in the current meta, it's more about keeping your opponent's economy in check rather than just, out and out CT or T-sided. It's not that cut and dry, folks. Oh, Proud spots. Proud 2 players. That nade's going to go sailing into a ton of damage onto Badman and a little onto Slots. In the meantime, Hellfighter does find Pwn. All right. Well. Proud gets the kill on a Badman. Badman's corpse just slowly but surely falling. Slots in the meantime finding Rio Meister. The trades are coming in. It's a 2v3. And Slots with the Deagle has done a bit of damage. Alright. 2v3 coming in. We do have a player dropping from the server from GMD Gaming, but since the first kill had come in, we will not get a reset. In the meantime, Pwn has retrieved an AK-47, does have armor to work with. Should just be saving that for the next round. No point going for this retake at this point in time. Look at that. Out. Flashback. Oh, but what? Okay, brain fart central, and Pwn will get his hands on the AWP, but the question is, will he be allowed to save it? And the answer is a resounding and an emphatic no. And Deathmaker trying his very best to reach it, will get the AWP back for his teammate Proud, making the man proud. God, that was horrible wordplay. Anyway, 1-7, and JMD Gaming look in cruise control at this point. Iyati, their 3-man mid setup, not really working out. It's just the unbridled aggression that's coming up from GMD Gaming. They're not really seeking mid control that much, and the rounds that they have hit mid have been just perfectly timed. It's like they have this impeccable read on Iyati's setups. And now they are going to go for... Oh, fast play towards A main. Gets one, gets two. Pwn and Badman. Perfect 1-2 punch combination. And in the blink of an eye, it's a 2-man advantage for Iyati Gaming. They really needed this, but they do have Proud in towards Squeaky. He shuts the door. And okay, this can get a bit hairy because look at Pwn's positioning. He's such an off angle, and he's just okay. They're going to exchange a volley of shots. Pwn getting the kill. Classic cheeky plays there, but Pwn in the meantime does pick up Rio Meister. But Hellef and Pwn to find a killer piece, but both of them are pretty low. They're not really looking that great on the HP. Neither is Pwn, to be very honest. He's on 9 HP, but still the man advantage can be telling. And now Veerbhadra is going to go pushing out B mains for on a fact-finding mission. And the facts he's finding are rather telling of what JMD Gaming are planning to do. Slots in the meantime marking towards mid. Pwn slowly but surely making his way out to the aforementioned position. That smoke's really going to give away his position and nothing more. In the meantime, I love Veerbhadra. The aggression coming out from him. Oh. What? Hellfighter. What a peak. That was a peak and a half. And in the blink of an eye, it's down to 2v2. 20 seconds left on the clock. They have to make a move, and Pwn is so very low that Molotov can be critical if thrown at the right time. And indeed, it is going to be, but Hellfighter will make his way out in the time. Oh my God, what is even happening right now? Just 8 seconds left. Bomb will go down, but Veerbhadra will get heard out. Proud knows exactly what's coming his way. Or does he? I don't think so. I don't think they've heard out Veerbhadra. Veerbhadra in an ideal position to clutch it out yet again. Hellfighter making a ton of noise towards red. Proud. Oh, what a shot from Veerbhadra. And he's... What? Veerbhadra. Somebody put a leash on this guy or tie a bell around his neck or something, because this man is just simply out of control. Two beautiful wall bangs to put the second round on the board for Iyati Gaming. That is just beautiful to watch. Well... 2-7, GMD have enough money to buy into this round and a couple of more rounds, in fact, seeing the state of their economy. On the flip side, Veerbhadra and his merry band of bandicoots survived with just him surviving, so their economy has been stretched to the very limits, and they need to be very careful. Veerbhadra eating a face full of flashbang, and this time though we only have the one pair slot. He's going to smoke himself. Will he be able to make his way towards safety? He's still gonna just sit in the smoke. Smart play from him. That's gonna be a tell. And Slots just gonna take a lot of nade damage. Slots finally trying to make his way out. But he gets spotted. He's down to 2 HP. 2 HP Slots. Oh, that flashbang though. That flashbang though. He was trying so very best to survive. And he does have support, but Deathmaker gonna pluck Veerbhadra from mid-run. And completely and utterly destroying the Iyati morale and the setup. That is just heartbreaking to watch. Slots trying so very valiantly to stay alive, but unfortunately at the end of the day, the bullets are just going to find his face. And just as I say that, Screamy one tap finds Pwn, Iteration 2, and Badman with the refrag, but they know exactly where Badman coming from. Doesn't matter, Badman does still manage to find the kill on a Deathmaker, but Proud will get the final kill onto Badman, and with that, JMD Gaming not only get the 8th round on the board for themselves, but they also completely and utterly destroy Iyati's economy. Wow. So this is actually reminiscent of how JMD played against Zegg as well. They were really explosive on their T side, and it was showing that Zegg had little to no answer for the amount of aggression that JMD Gaming were bringing to the table. In the meantime, Proud already out towards mid. We do have a player towards sandbags, and that's Pwn, and he's going to get flushed out from his little hidey hole. And Screamy one tap is going to be like, thank you very much. Eco frags for days. Give me that match, IR. In the meantime, Deathmaker, living up to his name, raining death and destruction on towards Badman. Veerbhadra gets spotted out, and what a shot from Proud. Oh my god, that is a dirty headshot. Pwn, the only player surviving. Hellfighter caught with his pants down, caught with the nade out. He's just gonna continue spraying away, and Proud there for the assist. Hellfighter with the perfect bait play for his teammate. 9-2. Iyati Gaming look completely out of sorts at this point in time. They look out of their comfort zone, out of their element, and this buy is also going to be a little bit of a stretch for them. They do have one kit onto Pwn number 2, but he has had to forego the hopes and dreams of a rifle and has gone with a UMP. Not to knock him on his buy though, he's taken one for the team. That is admirable, but that weapon is going to limit the number of positions that he can get. Look at this. What is even happening right now? Deathmaker raining death from above. Oh my god, the lightning quick 3K. That is just ponage. Absolute and utter ponage. In the blink of an eye, they're down to 4v3. Well, 4v2, sorry. Pwn takes it down to a 3v2. But there is Deathmaker making his way towards highway. Deathmaker needs to be careful not to walk into the crosshairs of Pwn. But again, perfect bait plays coming out from this team. And that Molotov is going to force Veerbhadra off as well. It's a 1v3. Veerbhadra clutched one out similar on the pistol round. He's done a 1v2 already. What more can you ask from one man is my question. We go. He does spot out Screaming. Knows where Deathmaker is, but Proud pops out from Z and pops Veerbhadra's skull straight off his shoulders. And JMD Gaming are on a complete and utterly unstoppable roll. Iyati's money is still wrecked. They're still a couple of rounds away from max loss bonus. This will be another hard eco for them. That means at least no armor for them. They're going to get $2,900 for this round. So they can go for a proper buy in the next one. But, I mean, at this point, at 10-2, you really want to start stringing rounds together. Otherwise, this game is going to go out of your hands. And nice nade from Screamy. Pretty sure something else. But doesn't matter when you can hit shots like that. Who needs utility? Am I right? Am I right? There we go. Rio Meister finds the kill on towards one player. Side, Slot falls, Veerbhadra falls, Pwn falls, and Badman falls. They just all go one by one like lambs to the slaughter, and they're just gonna get put down. They are 6 feet under. They're pushing up daisies. They have ceased to be. In short, they are effing dead. All of them. 11-2. JMD Gaming. Firmly in the driver's seat. They are just dictating the terms of this half. Going into the penultimate round of this. Okay. Deathmaker doing what every silver does in this game. Upgrading his AK-47 with an AK-47 red line. Because a red line, as they say, adds plus 10 to recoil control, and plus 1 aimbot. It's facts, folks. Skins equals wins. Just look it up. Look up Reddit. I'm not. It's not, if Reddit says it, it has to be true. Am I right? Am I right? Anyway, Pone gonna be playing. When Screamy needs to be careful. This aggression has gone unchecked, but if Pone decides to make a play right now, he can come up huge for his team. And he's gonna get mollied off. He's gonna fall back. Very good support given to Screamy, who's playing towards mid. They've completely relinquished mid control. We do have a player that slots boosted towards Shoutbox. And Rio Meister still hasn't made any noise, but this position from slots can be huge. And the one play that could have actually taken it apart is the one that does end up happening. Screamy one tap, opening things up towards the A-bomb side, and Veerbhadra caught looking in the wrong direction. Rio Meister will be getting the kill, but in the meantime, whoa, that man gets one kill, but instant trades coming in. Very good clinical Counter-Strike being played from JMD Gaming. The tactical depth, not so much, but their A-takes have been absolutely pristine. I will give them this. Their A-pincers have been so on point that Iyati have just looked at 6s and 7s. They tried the 3-man mid play. They got completely and utterly outplayed towards the bomb sites. Then they gave up the bomb sites and started playing they gave up mid and started playing the sites. And the pincer play comes out, and now Pone is just left wondering, why am I here? What am I trying to do even? Because, well, Hellfighter is just clearing out all the angles under the sun. They don't want Pone to save this gun come what may. They want, well, Iyati to be as broke can be going into the final round of the half. And, well, it looks like Hellfighter might just be able to save him. Oh, no, he won't. Hellfighter will get him. And so those of you wondering in chat as to why Iyati let Cash through, let me just let you in on a little secret. In Indian Counter-Strike, the map pool for 95% of the teams is half. Because, and I'll tell you why. Because it's not just in India. Most teams in Asia don't know how to play a CT side, and in India that's even more compounded, that misery. And they don't know how to play CT side most maps. So which basically brings the map pool down to half. So when your map pool is so shallow, it's not like you have a plethora of choices during the map veto. You just go with the latest map that you want to scrim on. And Pone, finally some aggression towards Squeaky. Will it get punished? Is the question. He's not going to spot out anyone. The fast play from JMD Gaming has been catching them off guard round after round. And look at that, Rio Meister already opening things up to kill on the slots and crowd. What is this man even on right now? It's like he's on Adderall and crack at the same time. And hell, sexy little one tap to end things for the half. 13-2. It ends in favor of JMD Gaming. 13-2, and good half indeed. And no, for those of you who are accusing Iyati of being silvers, let me guarantee you that these guys are actually very good players. It's just that this map, Cash, I've never really known Iyati to be good on Cash. They're very good on more tactical maps, like, you know, Overpass or Train. They fare much better on Overpass for sure. And I was a bit surprised that Iyati let Cash through. I'm not really seen them off late playing too much of Cash, but you know, they may have been scrimming on the map and might have put up a few decent results, maybe even against JMD, because JMD has been scrimming against every team under the sun. And I think it's just coming down to Iyati not knowing their player roles on CT side on Cash. It's still a game of two halves, folks. Yes, the first half they just got completely blown out of the water, and JMD Gaming have such a huge headroom. But you know, on the CT side, it's such a harder thing. It's so much harder to actually, you know, keep your economy in control, keep your rotations on point. Your communications have to be absolutely pristine. So you have to make sure that, you know, you bring your A game. And Iyati, it's not all over for them. They can still make a comeback if they just go on an absolute rampage. And it's not unheard of. Iyati have pulled games back from a much larger deficit. I mean, I know a much larger deficit in this case is either a 14-1 or a 15-0, but they have been known to be very good in terms of their mentality and a team with a lot of mental fortitude. So let's see. All is not over yet. Well, the thing with that Iyati CT side was just, I felt that they just hadn't drilled properly. Their positions were all over the place. Their rotations were all over the place. They just had no good defaults. They just got picked apart. They were too rigid in their CT setup to even call it a viable counter-terrorist side. And that just comes down to practice. It has nothing to do with individual skill. Let me assure you that every player on this server is skilled AF. I can't really say that, I can't really expand on that term, but you get what I'm trying to say. They're all extremely skilled players, but when it comes to CSGO competitive, it is a team game. And if your team positions, if you don't know how to synergize with your teammates, you are going to have a tough time with things. Look at that. Phone just going to go in. There are two players over towards the B bomb set. That's Deathmaker. Spots out Phone. Oh my god, this is getting killed. Deathmaker will get run over. Just the one kill, but he has done a lot of damage on Pwn as well. Tagged him in the head through the wooden boxes. It's a 4v3 retake, and Pwn so very low. The other Pwn, I mean Pwn iteration 2. Hellf gonna come out. B-main Slot's gonna find Proud, but Hellfighter finds Veerbhadra. Oh my god, Pwn with 8 HP, sorry, 10 HP. He's just doing God's own work. And Hellfighter left alone in a 1v3. Hellfighter knows that there's a player in B mains as well. Should try and get the fight. Oh, Hellfighter gets the kill on the Pwn, gets the kill. Brings it down to a 1v1, but just has one bullet in the chamber. Oh, has to go for the leader, pulls off the knife. And oh my god, Slot surviving on 24 HP. Almost Hellfighter pulling off the clutchy mons of dreams. But just that little bit he had to do. And he just fell short. So yeah, a lot of Indian teams have pretty good executes, especially on Inferno, Mirage, Cobblestone, all these maps, even Train. A lot of teams rely very heavily on executes actually. And that is one of the big problems with Big as well. That they are a side that again are a little over-reliant on executes. Okay, Proud. The force buy opens things up with the scout, spots out another player, will go for the repeat because why not, right? He's feeling it. Oh, almost tagging Veerbhadra, almost doing the operative word, and now he is going to be falling back. The bomb is towards the B bomb site, but I mean, it is going to be heading slowly but surely towards A. All the players lying in there. Leomeister with the ump, trying to pump and dump some bullets into the enemy, but unfortunately gets his head blown clean off. Badman finds Hellfighter and now Proud towards... Okay, Deathmaker finds one, Deathmaker finds two. Deathmaker! Oh, Proud almost getting the kill, but Deathmaker still alive and making that Deagle sing nonetheless. In the meantime, Screamy's going to use that smoke to head on over to the site. He's going to wait for the bomb plant sound. Oh, the fifth plant coming in. What a shot from Screamy. One tap for days. For days. In the meantime, Deathmaker self-boosts himself up, but Pwn going to end him. Deathmaker, Screamy now. Knows he's tagged him, knows he's hurting. The flash is going to go sailing over, and yes, that happens. Tapper, battle of the taps, and Screamy one tap, living up to his name, gets a 3k that round, and he will just utterly destroy Iyati. Him, Deathmaker, Proud, they all combine to make this entire potpourri of death and misery for Iyati, and their economy is wrecked. They should go for the force buy at this point because, well, GMD Gaming's economy is nothing special, so they should actually invest in this round, go for the force buy for a change. This is where I actually advocate for a force buy. It's 14-3. What have you got to lose? And Sujit, no, I am not ignoring you. I just don't want to bring up that topic. It's that simple. And look at that. Deathmaker up, Pwn to fall. It's all coming apart right now. It is all coming apart. And will we be seeing an A mains push? That comes out, but whoa, the perfect timing there. Perfection. Proud picks up one with the USP of all weapons. And it's down to a 3v2 in the blink of an eye. How the tables have turned. One player waiting in Ivy, just timing that push so very well. Deathmaker spots out Veerbhadra going into A main to tell his teammate. Screamy one tap gets the kill, has 10 bullets left in the chamber. Veerbhadra does have a FAMAS to play with. That nade's gonna be sailing out, but will it bother Veerbhadra? Not really. Nope. In the meantime, Screamy's pushing out. Screamy's completely blinded. He's left dabbing, doing the flashbang dance, channeling his inner nothing. Now Deathmaker spots out one player, knows that there's one in A-mains, but doesn't matter. Pwn with the MP9 decapitates Deathmaker, and, well, they lose to Glocks. I mean, JMD, they just lose to Glocks. Okay, I have seen everything. All right, Proud out with the scout, trying to make his teammates proud. Slots in the meantime will get boosted in mid. Proud just doing his best Mario impression up towards mid. Spots out Pwn. Iteration 2. Molly is surely wasted. We do have a boost coming out on the 8 bomb side. Hellfighter spots out Badman, but now they know exactly where one player is. Screamy does fall. Hellfighter just trying to do his very best to make that Deagle sing. He already did so much damage in the previous force by him and Deathmaker combined to just drain Death and destruction. Oh, Deathmaker decapitates Bhadra, trying to do so much damage. Can he land more kills? Almost lining up that headshot. Proud in the meantime gets on towards heaven, takes a spot of damage. There is a player on his way towards CT. That's going to be Pwn. Finds Hellfighter. And Rio Meister slots just underneath Vans and will take Rio Meister down pretty easily. Pwn 2 finds Proud, and that's Iyati putting 5 on the board. 14-5. I mean, JMD should just go for the eco. They should go for a double eco. In fact, they have so many rounds. They have 9 rounds to play with. They can actually try stuff out. They can actually go for the proper buy, double eco this, go for a proper, fully stacked out buy once Iyati hit 9 rounds, or sorry, 7 rounds. My math is weak. I am uneducated, folks, illiterate, as they say. So there's still a lot of work to this. This mid smoke leaves a lot to be desired for Pwn, opening things up with the kill on the Screamy though. 4v5 in an instant, and Deathmaker playing towards Jacob Box. Jacob Box for the win. Jacob Box for the win. That AK-47 can get retrieved, but there is a player that is spotted towards Vance. Gets the kill. Dreamy, sorry, Deathmaker though will get the second. Veerbhadra in the meantime opening things up towards the A-bomb side. That's going to leave Deathmaker all alone in a 1v3. He has 2 options right now. Either go for the save, which is the more prudent option and the smarter one, or he goes for the hunt and sets up for exits, which is dangerous. And the dance of death. His position is getting triangulated. Deathmaker, Batman around the corner, and he's going to lose his head. But that's going to tell them exactly where he is, and the hunt is going to come out in earnest. Deathmaker making his way towards T-spawn. And Pwn, will he check towards T-spawn is the question. He will, and what a shot. For Hill Station, decapitation, as they say. And, well, Iyati put the 6th on the board. So Gaurav, Risky haven't changed their name to Nasser. They just have been picked up by an organization called Nasser. They're called Nasser Risky now. And, well, that means that they get salaries and all that good stuff. Okay, gets 2. That's better trades. And the CTs in the blink of an eye come out of that mid-scuffle with a 1-man advantage. So yeah, so basically Risky were picked up by an organization called Nasser, which means that they will now get salaries, they have a boot camp. And if there's any team that I know is deserving of those perks, it is Risky. They have proved time and time again that they are possibly the best players to ever grace the Indian scene. Oh, that Molotov is going to force... he's going to go playing in the fire. And it doesn't matter because he and his teammate Hellfighter will clutch the round out. They do it at the cost of 3 rifles though, which means things will not be as rosy in terms of their economy. But at this point, it doesn't matter. They are on match and map point, and it looks like JMD Gaming will be cementing their position in the Challenger division, while Iyati will have to bid the second tier of Indian Counter-Strike a deeply saddening goodbye. Well, still a few ways away though. Fat Lady is yet to sing, and like they say, it ain't over till she sings. So, aggression up mid by Screamy. And I like this angle that Rio's holding, but that nade, the double nade's just gonna be a bit off in terms of timing. And we are gonna see Badman make his way towards safety. And the Shroud boost is gonna come out. Hellfighter shouldn't go crossing. That should be a telltale sign of where Rio Meister is for Badman. And yep, he's gonna open things up. Gets one, gets two, almost gets a third. Proud is gonna deny him that kill though. Proud just making his teammates proud. Always comes with the kills, but unfortunately Deathmaker this time unable to land the kill. Pone surviving on 3 HP, and Iyati delaying what many would have called the inevitable. Yes, there are a couple of Indian teams with an organ salaries. They would be Eternal Esports and NT Gaming. These are the only two that I'm aware of. I think a couple of other players make some money, but not really sure whether they're organized, like they have an organization and proper salaries backing them up. But Eternal and Entity 2, and we're going to see a huge fish over day main. Badman trying to shoot fish in a barrel. Will manage to get a couple of kills, but realizing he has the bomb, he's gonna molly it off and fall back. In the meantime, Deathmaker again managing to retrieve himself an AK-47 and will try to do as much economic damage as possible. Well, Fighter and Deathmaker both will fall to Pone. Iteration 2. Both caught with their pants down. Doesn't matter, JMD should just eco at this point. The match and map point, they have 7 map points at their disposal. And lo and behold, ladies and gentlemen, dear viewers, the joy of Bharatiya Sanchar Nigam Limited, or for those of you who are familiar, BSNL, the gift that keeps on giving. And the biggest contributor, the glory of Indian esports. Looks like all of JMD have timed out. We're going to wait for them to come back into the server. Until then, it is story time. So Iyati were the team that knocked Trademark Gaming out of the Masters division a couple of phases ago. Not a couple of phases ago, in phase 2 of season 1 of the ESL Masters Premiership. And unfortunately, they lost to the other team. I think that was Team Wolf that they had to beat to make their position, cement their position in the Masters League. And they were again forced to play, well, Challenger. Since then, Iyati have been a regular feature in the top 2 of the Challenger division, but they just lack that little extra that is needed to push them to the Masters division. However, Iyati actually reached the semi-finals of the DreamHack Open qualifiers for the SEA region, which means internationally they fared much better than the likes of Entity, Eternal, or any Indian team for that matter. They were the only Indian team to progress to the semi-final stage, which goes to show that Iyati are not necessarily a bad team. It's just that they have bad days, and it looks like today is one of those days. All right, so JMD Gaming are back in the server. So we should be going live with this game, and JMD Gaming should just not buy into this round. They're going to be on the 3rd round loss bonus. That's $2,400. Rio Meister can drop an op for Proud in the next round, or Proud can even pick one up himself if he decides to forego on the utility. So they should consolidate their economy as much as possible, and it looks like that is going to be the call. And Hellfighter gonna go. Oh, Pone just timing. The timing was off. He just got CSGO really hard. And oh my god, Pone number 2 is in Squeaky. And he can just do so much damage. But I like this play coming out from JMD Gaming. I mean, I like the idea, but the execution was a bit wanting. Hellfighter can do a bit of damage. Will make his way back towards Forklift. Grabs a couple of shots with the Deagle, but unfortunately runs out of bullets and then runs out of lives. Good night. Definitely finds Badman, but down he goes as well. Proud with the P250, P-Daiso. Not the best weapon at range, and he's going to live on butter prayer, but Pone number 2 is going to come out peeking like a dummy and will get punished for his adventures. In the meantime, Pone number 1 will finalize the kill on a Proud, but 2 players getting put down by JMD Gaming. There's a little extra cash for them to work with, maybe a couple, maybe an extra smoke or an extra nade. And let me tell you guys, that extra utility is never a bad thing, but at this point, it doesn't matter. Because they're going to have enough money as it is, and JMD Gaming are going to go in for a full proper buy. Alright, Hellfighters praying through the smoke, hoping to hit something. And his flashbang does blind Pone Toot as well. I'll just call him P7. I'm not really sure. I checked his team profile. He's never gone by the moniker P7. That, or he's changed his name so many times in the past few days that P7 moniker has just disappeared with the times. Alright, Pone picks up the kill on a Proud. Pone with the AWP has been a revelation on the T side for Iyati. 4v5. Looks like it might just be an A. There's still 1 minute left on the clock. Plenty of time for both Iyati and JMD Gaming to play with. The flashes come out. Rio Meister gets 1, gets 2. Can he get more? No, he can't. Rio Meister did a lot, but his teammates had to do more. Screamy 1 tap in the meantime finds Badman, is down to a 2v2. Screamy has made his way to the forklift, but Veerbhadra is ready. Weapons drawn. And Screamy just gets shut down hard. That's into a 1v2 Deathmaker. He has been the difference maker so many times in so many crucial rounds. Can he do it yet again for JMD Gaming? He's just paranoid about a player pushing from Z or mid. The bomb has finally gone down. That flashbang is going to tell Veerbhadra's position, but Veerbhadra yet to realize where Deathmaker's coming from. Knows where he is, at least had an inkling that he's towards highway, and shuts him down. Brace for Veerbhadra, and JMD Gaming again staring down the barrel of an eco. Now at least they're going to get the max loss bonus, so they can, if they want, go for an armor pistol buy. But again, I wouldn't advise it because it's just going to strain their economy even further. And yeah, they don't go for the armor pistol buy, just upgraded pistols. And will we see an A main push yet again, or a squeaky push? No unbridled aggression this time, just a standard A stack. And whoa, Pone, take it easy. And look at that. What a perfect read coming out from Yati. And I'll tell you why this read has come out, actually, what you're seeing right now. In the previous 2 times that JMD have ecoed, they've gone for an A main push. And this time Yati just said, screw it, we're going to go B. And it pays off because no one's at B. They march into an empty bomb site, and I think JMD should just save. They shouldn't even bother going for the retake because it's pointless. It genuinely is. In the meantime, just enjoy the failed jump boosts, my friends. All right. Yep. They say screw it, and they go pushing CT, the tree room. Okay. Oh, Hellfighter spots out Pone. Let's get Rio Meister. Hellfighter just spraying away with the Deagle. Deathmaker in the meantime gets Pone 2. Slots. make something happen. Deathmaker has taken some damage. Hellfighter and Deathmaker caught in this eternal and proverbial never-ending dance of death, and Hellfighter decapitates Pone, surviving that round. Well, we have a game on our hands, folks, and like I told you, never count Iyati out of a game. They lost the first half 13-2, and they have brought it back 11-15. Remember what I told you about CT sides in Indian CS? This is what I meant. All right, buy round, Proud with the AWP. Oh no, wait, Deathmaker and Screamy one tap with the AWP. We have double zoom bangers in play, ladies and gentlemen. Can something happen? And for the first time, we're going to see from GMD Gaming some aggression on a buy round, and Veerbhadra just ends Screamy, and I think he spotted out Hellfighter as well. Yes, he did, but Hellfighter up to the task, gets the kill. Spots out Badman as well. Badman's on half HP. He can't even sustain himself against full spray down. Doesn't matter. Rio Meister and Hellfighter just going to end everything. And they have bomb control. That's GG. Well played, folks. I'm calling it right now. It's a 4v2. What can Iyati do? They just made a boo-boo. And I'm a rapper. Ha ha ha. Deathmaker spotting boost like a hawk. The timing. Just not helping him out. Deathmaker loses his head. That Molotov is going to delay the push even more. 50 seconds left on the clock. It's a 3v2. And I like what Pone is doing, but Proud has wised up to it. Spots out Pone. He'll smoke it off. Can he make his way out is the question. Pone is just going to lay down the spray down. And Proud will be able to survive. But again, 30 seconds left on the clock. They have to make a move. That smoke comes down. It's a horrible smoke. Leaves a gaping hole for Hellfighter to be destroyed. Hellfighter gets Pone. Hellfighter gets the final kill. Has a 4K to end the game. GG, well played. Iyati Gaming, we bid you fare thee well from the Challenger division, and GMD Gaming still managed to hold their position in the Challenger series. With that, we end today's proceedings, folks, for CSGO at least. I hope you guys had a great time. I had a fun time casting this game. This is Fet signing off. See you all in the next one. And please do remember to subscribe and like ESL India. They are doing a phenomenal job for Indian esports. Bye-bye, guys. Have a great evening.
Everybody, and welcome back. And GMD Gaming securing their place for now in the Challenger League, and they're going to be performing in the Challenger League for the winter season ahead. So congratulations to them. They've had a pretty intense run, but finally from the 8th spot they have kept themselves safe. So that is the end of today's Counter-Strike games, and that also means it's the final end of all our Counter-Strike ESL India Premiership games till we head into the LAN finale that happens in Hyderabad on 14th to 16th. But fear not, I've got some great information for you guys. So on your screens right now, you're going to be able to see a lot of exciting events that are coming up in the next 3 months. We're going to have the Taiwan Excellence Cup that's going to be happening. The Bangalore qualifiers are going to be happening from 15th to 17th of September. The Kolkata qualifiers are going to be happening from the 22nd to the 24th of September. The online qualifiers for the TE Cup are going to happen on the 23rd to the 27th of September. The Hyderabad qualifiers for the Taiwan Excellence Cup are going to be from the 29th to the 1st of October. We have the main Dew Arena main event happening in Gurgaon. So that's going to be on the 1st of October. The online qualifiers again happen for the Taiwan Excellence CSGO tournament on the 7th to 11th of October. The finale of the fall season of the ESL India Premiership is going to be happening on the 14th and 15th in Hyderabad. And we're going to end with the ESL India Premiership winter season Bangalore qualifiers 21st October onwards. So if you guys are in these cities and you feel that you have it in you to participate, you have a team that is willing to take it and maybe reach the Masters League, then you guys should definitely register for these tournaments. Take part in them. That is why we have the ESL India Premiership. So everybody gets the chance to prove how good they are. are. So if you want more information on the TE Cup, you can check out the TE Gaming Cup website. You can even follow us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube to have notifications on whenever these tournaments or events are happening. We even give out registration forms on our Facebook page, so you can definitely check those out. And if you all just need any gaming info, just some fun times, so you can definitely head out to our Nordwin Gaming channel. From tomorrow onwards, we're not going to be live, but that does not mean we'll not be seeing you. I want to see you all in the Hyderabad finale that happens. And the ESL India Premiership keeps growing every month, every year. So I hope to see you all there. And for now, we're all going to say goodbye to you all from the Nordwin Gaming. This event is brought to you by Women by HP, Zayo, BenQ, HyperX, and all of us from Nordwin Gaming. So have a great day, have a good night, and keep gaming till we see you again.
Once upon a time, there was a small country up in the far north of Europe, called Denmark. Next to its rich history and fascinating landscapes, Denmark was also the home to some of the most talented CSGO players in the world, but has never hosted a big tournament until now.
Just hit. What a tapsin! What is that? He just nailed them. Let's go!
Turn around 3 times. Start shooting.
Exclusive black equalizer brightens dark scenes without overexposing bright areas. Use the S switch to quickly access the setting and switch between save modes.